This is impossible.
Of Miracle of Innocence, your first cell phone.
All right.
That is your cell phone.
All right. I appreciate it.
A surreal moment, this St. Louis man's first moments of freedom in nearly 35 years, walking free after serving time for a crime he says he never committed. You're only seeing the story here on 4 tonight. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Samantha Jones. Corey is off this evening. That man you just saw is Ralph McElroy. He was 17 when he was convicted of murder and sent to prison for life. So the question, how does one suddenly walk free after decades? News 4's Chris Negus explains how patience and change is helping McElroy begin this new chapter of life.
I don't even recognize the area that I grew up in.
For the first time in 3 decades, Ralph McElroy is returning to his childhood home. Convicted of murder at age 17 and now on parole, it took 33 years to get back here.
When I walked out, it was mostly relief. I was relieved from going through so much over the years. You know, prison got to be the worst place in the world.
His sister flew in from Los Angeles to greet him.
It's incredible. I'm walking on a cloud. It's been so long coming. We've just been through so much. When your loved one is in prison, you're kind of in prison too.
Her brother's shirt reads Miracle of Innocence, and that's the organization that took on McElroy's case.
Miracle of Innocence is working to have him exonerated because he didn't commit the crime of which he was convicted.
In the short run, McElroy wants to get a job and continue to prove his innocence, which he's maintained the entire time he was in prison. His day started with a simple request.
He wanted Krispy Kremes, so we stopped and got him Krispy Kremes.
Until this morning, McElroy had never used a cell phone. The world looks much different. He couldn't believe how much the trees grew in front of his home. His mom wants to make up for lost time.
It's wonderful. I've been praying and waiting on this forever, and now that it's finally here, I couldn't sleep at all last night. I'm just so excited and happy.
McElroy says he hasn't had a good night's sleep since he was a teenager. Walking free is surreal.
Prisons that I went in were so aggressive, abusive towards youngsters. And this is from the inmates. You ain't even got to get to the staff yet, so this day is incredible for me and my family.
McElroy is only getting a chance at parole because of a court ruling. According to Chris Iliff with Miracle of Innocence, McElroy was originally sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, but because he was a minor, that was ruled cruel and unusual punishment. The organization will continue to push for McElroy to be exonerated in the 1987 case. Chris Negus, News 4.